Hey, you guys, how are y'all? It's been a minute. Oh my goodness. This year is almost over, right? Like, this has been such a year. And once I get to what I'm trying to do and fulfill my goal, which is almost complete, I'm going to tell y'all how crazy and um, educating my 2019 was. I tell you, life is just forever evolving and you're forever changing. There's always changes. But man, wow. Anyway, I also want to tell y'all that endings are new beginnings. Every time something ends, there's a new beginning. Always remember that, okay? So today I want to talk about a few things. I've been kind of quiet lately, just chilling. I definitely have not been chilling. Definitely not. But um, I missed y'all. I know y'all miss hearing my voice. I miss y'all listening to whoever listens. But anyway, um, I just want to talk to y'all about like how women are today. I'm going to start off with the positives that I'm seeing in women, and I'm going to go into some of the negatives that needs to be changed, okay? Some positive things about women that I'm seeing are women are becoming some bosses, okay? Every nationality, every race. Like I've been really impressed by how women are just like getting into business, making business deals, being big shots in like real estate and stuff like that. Man, that kind of stuff really intrigues me. And I'm so proud of women. I have been blessed to meet some really good women, women that are going places. I've been able to connect with just different people. And I'm going to talk to y'all too about, and I'll probably do a separate video on this, but there's so much power in networking. Man, I got these heavy braids in my head. I can barely raise my head up. But there is so much power in networking, guys. Like network. If you're trying to do anything, you got to get out there and go to things that pertains to what you're trying to do and network with people. I have met so many people that I have ended up doing business with and continued great relationships with by networking. I met my realtor networking. I met some really good friends networking. I met some people that I'm about to do some good business with networking. So that is so important. It is so powerful. I know me personally, I used to be kind of shy. I don't like talking to people like that. But when you're trying to get something done or you see people that's doing something that you want to do and you want to be mentored or you want to get up in the loop, man, you better get out there and open your mouth and network. So that is so important. I got all off the topic, but network. Okay, so anyway, I'm loving how women are, even in the rap game. I like how women are, even though, nah, I'm not going to say too much in the rap game. Well, a little bit. I can kind of see women going and taking over with rap. But I don't like, and we're going to go off into the negatives. I don't like how women are having to expose themselves and degrade themselves and talk about, you know, um, sex all the time to get attention and show off their body and shake their bottom and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm not here to judge nobody. I think we all have our little wild moments, but I think now it's just a trend, and I'm just getting sick and tired of looking at it. Like, in order for you to get attention, you shouldn't have to like take off your clothes, or you shouldn't have to degrade yourself, or you shouldn't have to talk about how good you are in bed and blah blah blah. And like I've said before, half of these women that's out here doing all that extra stuff, they constantly getting cheated on, and and they're not even married. You know what I mean? Men will play with you all day, and but if that's all you got to offer, like, sit down somewhere. You know what I mean? And I think, like, as a woman needs to stand, and then to a certain extent, a woman has a woman's place. And I don't care what nobody say. You know, all this feminist stuff, like, to a degree, but, you know, there should be a certain character trait about a woman. You know, we're not meant to be sitting out here being wild animals and acting like, you know, we lost in the jungle. You know what I mean? That's, our body is not built for that. You know what I mean? Ladies, I'm telling you, it's not. You know, so it's like what I've been saying now, like with the music and how these women are coming out. I mean, their songs are catchy. I mean, you feel me? But look at what they're talking about. And I feel like, to a degree, if you're constantly putting out negative things or degrading things or things that that are not, that conflicts with God and His message, I think that you're on the other side of the field. You know what I'm saying? And I cannot stand when people be like, thank God for this and thank God for that, but you putting all that negative energy out there, and, you know, the majority of the songs are on the radio, and the majority of the people that listen to the radio are children. You know what I mean? So you have to be really careful, you know. So I'm just seeing women just really degrade themselves, really be thirsty, really be desperate. I have never seen this much desperation in my entire life. I know I did a video maybe a year or two ago about, like, thirsty women, but man, oh, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't talk to y'all in a while. Okay, I don't want this video to be long. But women, you don't have to be thirsty, and you and you know, and it's really getting bad. You know, even men are like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to be thirsty. I know it's a shortage of men out here or whatever, but, you know, you just pray and keep yourself busy and try to become a boss. And I understand we have needs and stuff like that, but do not be thirsty and do not be desperate. Okay, so I have to put this out here because I could not believe this happened to me. So, not to me, but wow. I was just like, oh my goodness. I just wanted to give this lady a hug. So, I was, speaking of networking, I was networking, you know, a month or so ago, or whatever, ever many days ago it was. And, you know, network, and I met this lady, and, you know, and it's not to talk about her, but I was like really concerned. So we talk, you know, first we wasn't talking, you know, it takes me a while to warm up to people, you know, whatever. I'm just there trying to, you know, network or whatever, you know, eat some food. You know, that's another good thing about networking. A lot of networking gatherings have food. So, you know, I'm there, and me and her just kind of start talking. We start hitting it off and talking, and ha ha ha, he, hoo hoo hoo. And, you know, we, you know, start having a good time. We had a glass of wine and stuff, you know, it was a nice little women's network. So, you know, but it was at a bar, like, not wasn't a bar. It was like, well, it had a bar in it, you know, um, so it was some guys there, and I think, um, you know, the lady was like newly single, dating on all these dating apps and dating, you know, all that kind of stuff, online dating and stuff like that. And, you know, so anyway, I guess she was peeping the guy out at the bar, you know, and I mean, I understand that. So, she wanted to go over there, you know, and come with me, wanted me to be her little wing woman and come with her to get a drink. And so she, you know, she went over there and got a drink, and eventually, you know, she was so thirsty for his attention, they started talking, right? And so, you know, me, you know, I got my little drink, and I went back to the networking, you know, left her over there to get her little Mac on or whatever. I was like, okay, cool, get your Mac on. And so when she came back, she said she gave him his card. I was like, cool, cool, cool. Then we got outside of, you know, we were still networking, and then we were outside of the network and talking because people were outside talking and networking too. The guy was still there. She was like, oh, let's go back over there. I'm like, oh, okay. That's not really the game, girl. Let me teach you something. So she wanted to go back over there so he could talk to her or whatever she was trying to do. And I was like, oh, you know, so I went back over there with her. But I could tell, like, he was turned off by that because, you know, it's like, you know, if you're gonna be, you know, if you're gonna try to holler at a guy, ladies, you got to be smooth about it, because most of the time men, like, it's good for the man to come to us, and it take us a long time to figure that out, but it's good for a man to come to you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So anyway, So hey, I was like, okay, girl, let me support you or whatever. So I went over there with her, but I was just trying to, she was so interested in trying to see if he was looking at her and kept turning around, all in him and his friends' conversation, trying to get attention, trying to rub up against him. I was like, girl, I didn't say it, but I was like, oh, this is embarrassing me. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want them to think that because I'm not like that. You know what I mean? You just got to be more, more player about it. So, what was that noise? Okay. So yeah, it was just very thirsty. She was so thirsty for attention. She couldn't even like have a conversation with me because she was so interested to see if this man was looking at her and trying to get his attention, and he knew it. And I was so embarrassed for her because he ended up getting up and walking off. Like I was like, oh. So and I was like, and I was trying to tell her like low key, I had just met her. I can be blunt, so I was trying to be nice, and I was like, just act like you having a conversation with me, like chill out. You know what I'm saying? But she was just so fixed on trying to get this man's number and get his attention and rub up against him and do all this that she just kind of freaked him out a little bit. And that's what I say. It was like if you could have seen her in action, and I'm not talking about her, but I've seen a few ladies do this before. Like you don't even enjoy your friends. Not that me and her were friends, but I'm trying to network too. You know what I'm saying? Like let's talk about getting some money or something. You over here trying to focus on this guy, and I already gave him your card. Keep it moving. So, but I've seen a lot of women do that, and like I've said before, if a man really likes you, he's gonna go through all the necessary steps to get you, keep you, and want to be with you. When a man likes you, when a man wants you, there's nothing that can keep him away. If he chooses you, he chooses you. Just like remember the Cosby Show, Rudy and that little dude. You know what I mean? Laura and Steve Urkel from Family Matters. It's like that when a man really is into you. You're not gonna have to wonder. You're not gonna have to do too much extra stuff. They want what they want, and women have to start understanding that. And it's like these days, men got so many options. It's like the revert, the it's been reversed. It's like women are more thirsty than men.